talking about putting together more consistent drives, not a good play here, a good play there, but more consistent drive. What's the key to that, and why was that such a big part of the scoring drives that you guys had on Sunday?
Yeah, I think when you look at those two scoring drives, just kind of the mix and run and pass, and just kind of the stuff we kind of had off of that. So I think that's kind of something we can look at. Those two drives, which I thought were really really good drives. Not only for Justin, but for the rest of the offense. So just kind of looking at those things and things we've done well, and just kind of continue to build upon that.
Feel good to get going a little bit in that game?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, finally, get some stuff downfield and whatnot. Kind of the stuff that I like doing as a tight end. Just big body catches and things like that. So hopefully we kind of can continue with that this week.
Cole, I remember when you became a Chicago Bear, you talked about modeling your game after Gronk. I'm just curious, where your mind is heading into a game. He might play. We don't know that yet, but just
yeah. No, I mean, obviously that's a guy that I've looked to, since a kid, and the way that he plays, not only in the pass game but also in the run game, and being a physical guy with the ball in his hands. Those are all things that I really look at. So obviously really cool to be able to play against a guy like that and watch him play.
Cole, facing a defense that likes to attack from the front seven, can you draw lessons from that game against the Browns a few weeks back and kind of some similarities between those defenses?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they both got really good defensive fronts. Tampa's best in the league at stopping the run, and that's something that we've been really good at. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. And for us, it's just about as tight ends really affecting the front any way we can, whether it's chips or standing for protection to help Justin and things like that. So we just got to be active on the edge like that, and it should work out well for us.
What do you see in their run defense that makes it as stingy as it is?
They're stout and they're big. That their nose is really good, and obviously JPP's been in the league for a while, and they're long, athletic, but they're also stout up the middle, and they got backers that flow really really fast. So I think that's just their ability to do that and then be able to react off of that into the pass game is pretty special.
How does it hit in the locker room when Aaron Rodgers yells, "I still own you" at Soldier Field? And then Tom Brady made a joke today about Rodgers having a shareholding with the team. And how does that hit in this Bears locker room?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about that. I think we've kind of just got to move on from it. I think that was last week, and we didn't see the TV copy, so that wasn't really that big of a deal. But yeah, I mean, this is what it is. We're focused on this week, and we're just moving on from that.
I'm asking you to put your Bears fan hat on. So
Yeah.
You grew up watching him play the Bears.
Yeah.
Does that hit you in a certain way?
Well, I mean, let's face it, he's not totally wrong. I mean, he's been pretty successful against the Bears in his career, so it's on us to kind of change that narrative going forward. So.
Cole, what is a tight end's responsibility in the run game any different against a team like the Bucs? Challenge for you, or
I mean, sure, it's a bigger challenge. I think we're playing, some of the top players in the league, this weekend. You just got to be better with your technique. They're big, long guys, and being able to use different forms of technique against these guys will be a big deal coming up this Sunday.
is your comfort level any different now? The Bears have made a big push on for the run game with blocking and so. Are you any more comfortable now than you were even like a year ago? Is it any different?
Oh yeah.
Any different for you?
Yeah, 100%. I think when you first start coming out from college, you're able to just kind of manhandle people, and it comes pretty easy, and then you learn quickly that you got to have some good technique, especially when you're undersized compared to these ends and outside linebackers that come up on the ball. So yeah, I even go back to us playing them last year, and I was kind of looking at some tape from when we played them last year, and seeing where I've grown in the run game, I think has been really big, and just kind of continue to do that over the next weeks, and show that out this game.
Well, where do you think the pass game needs to improve in terms of you guys as receivers getting more separation to make things a little easier for your quarterback?
Yeah, well, I think it just comes down to execution, all in all, and making sure, obviously, like I've stated before, you get that run game going and build the passes off that, and be able to do great play action, and that'll just kind of naturally help with that separation. So just doing those things, and then just making plays when the ball's thrown to you.
What did you see from Khalil Herbert last weekend in terms of his readiness to take advantage of an opportunity that came to him?
Yeah, he was super focused coming into the week, and he's been awesome since he's come in, and he's a lot of fun to play on the field with. So, I mean, between him, Damian, and David, they all kind of have that same type of mindset, and it's really fun to be able to block for those guys and see them do well in the game.
Khalil seems like another one of those low-key guys. What do do you look for on the field to indicate that the switch goes on?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just really poised, man, and he doesn't say much a lot. You know, he's just kind of, you know, going about his business and things like that. And but he, you know, he shows a lot of passion out there when, you know, when he gets running and he runs somebody over. So obviously that gets everybody else going.
When you say they're fun to play with, what does that mean?
Well, I love playing with guys that don't go down, you know, and, you know, are willing just to, you know, put their shoulder down and run somebody over for an extra couple yards. You know, I mean, obviously having a speedster out there is fun, and they can, you know, maybe hit the long play a little more often. But you know, watching those guys run and hit, and, you know, coming out of the backfield and all that things like that. There's just I enjoy playing with guys like that.
Play like you play, because you don't like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't like to go down either. So yeah, I like that. I like when the guys get physical with the ball in their hands. I think that's a lot of fun.
Couple of the last 5 days, you've had Damien test positive, Robert test positive, Furry.
Yeah.
What's your level of concern about just staying safe in the building?
I mean, I'm vaccinated, and I don't know. I'm not too concerned right now. If something happens, it happens. But, you know, I'm pretty healthy, so I'm not too concerned right now.
Since you've been around Justin, how do you sense that he handles losing and kind of dealing with something he's not really accustomed to much?
Yeah, I mean, he's been great. You know, he's on to the next game now. So I think he's got a great mentality in that regard. And, you know, like I've said earlier, his poise and his just ability to move on to the next play is pretty special.
Well, your 21-yard catch in the fourth quarter, what's it like running off the line and nobody picks you up?
Yeah, it's nice. You know, kind of a play where I can just, you know, read the coverage there and just kind of find a void in the defense. So, you know, hopefully get more plays like that where you kind of just able to run vertical and, you know, find that void. And, you know, I'm a big target, and Justin was able to hit me. So it was a, you know, good play, good execution on that.